Offense set on first down. On the ground, it's Madden. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Madden. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Maddox. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Tar Heels are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Floating away. He throws one to the left. Got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. the play fake on first down to throw. Coming out aggressively. And it's caught inside the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And they tacked on the extra point. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and now they'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the catch. It's Madden. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Line getting set on second down. They're going to throw it again. On the run, still looking. With the catch, it's Maddox.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Unloads it left. Got it!
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Use the play fake, now to throw. Might be looking to run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They are up by 7 over the Pandas. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback will audible. Scanning the field, it's Van Dyke. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go forward in that situation of the field at this juncture of the game. But this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Hands it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got his man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, North Carolina. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over to the offense and be like, bro, we don't need you to do that. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Makes the grab. It's Madden. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week it was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover.
Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He's taking the shot. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Catch in the middle, it's Graham. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his big tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Tar Heels have pushed it inside the 20. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. After the incompletion on 2nd down, it's 3rd and inches. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Madden. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Defense, it looked grim. It looked bad, 1st and goal. They're set up in a good situation. Shoot, and now they're not even in the red zone. That is exactly how you do. Create those negative plays. Get them behind the sticks. Get them in predictable situations. Nice bow-your-neck situation for this defense.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They think there's room to run to the right here. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go with a direct snap. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And some room to work. He's loose. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Alabama is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Pandas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Time to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Right down the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
On the move at the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They keep attacking through the air. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. He completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They take the lead with the 6. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. He is an absolute blur out there, and it doesn't take him many grabs to have that yards per catch through the roof, sort of like Harris Campbell has done or David Boston back in the day.
And these are the guys that scare the absolute mess out of you because they can fly. They run right by you, and you're a corner. You're backing up because you're so scared of their speed, and you can see it was on full display there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
They'll try to run it in. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Trying to slam in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Wide open downfield. All kinds of running room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina! And once he got loose, it was all over. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team out there getting set.
28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Van Dyke. He's not afraid to go deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. He wants to throw. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Motion from the offense. Now from inside the red zone. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Got his man on the right. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
All right, so they fail on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Well, jet sweep pass. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
30 short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
He'll just keep slinging it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get it.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
He'll start this drive firing. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Southern Miss put together a very impressive showing in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the Eagles in some time. Heck of a showing by the boys from Hattiesburg. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here we go. Looking to throw, it's Van Dyke. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass hits, picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but just live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
After the missed connection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Pocket starts to collapse. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to get to him. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He'll try to take it back. And he takes the interception return out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap it up. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.